This afternoon, with flash flooding still causing problems across northeast and central PA today. A flood of rain sent creeks and streams over banks early this morning. 2822 News has team coverage this afternoon. We begin with our Sydney Costas in Lycoming County.
Here in Glen Mawr, Lycoming County, emergency crews almost had to do 2 emergency evacuations within 12 hours after heavy rainfall slammed the area around 10 p.m. Sunday night. Now, crews did have to evacuate around 30 homes in Glen Mawr into Monday morning. And if you take a look behind me, this is Route 220. Now, 220 was heavily flooded, where actually our photographer El Becerra was stuck on the other side of the roadway. And we've been here since around 8:30 this morning. Now, fortunately, fire crews were at the scene with us, and El was relaying the gauge of water levels on Glen Mawr Bridge over Muncie Creek. It got to around 12.5 feet. At 13 feet, they would have had to evacuate everyone, but it has been receding since we've been assisting with the crews. Now it's around 10 feet. Photographer El was about 2 hours ahead of us to the area that was hit with heavy rain overnight into this morning, leading to flooding of creeks and rivers. Emergency crews tell us flooded waters in Glen Mawr came up to around 7 feet in 45 minutes, leading to around those 30 homes being evacuated and sheltered on high ground. Pitcher Rock's Fire Chief Al Little tells me that water from overnight receded, but then rain up north brought a second round of flooding around 8 this morning. He tells me they're currently telling everyone to stay where they are as they continue to monitor the weather and water levels.
The water is coming down. So we're hoping that we have no more storms tonight, that we can get everybody to safety and get through this. But at this point, if they're out, we're keeping them out, and if they're sheltering in place and they're safe, we're leaving them there.
I asked Chief Little if he's ever seen this much rain hit the area. He says he did see it, but over a period of time, nothing within a 45-minute window. And just to show you some of the damage here, we're taking a look at this. Around 80 acres of crops. I spoke to the owner of it. He said he didn't want to go on camera, but he tells me this was completely destroyed due to the flooding. And again, he said he hasn't seen something like this since around 2011. And of course, we are talking with emergency crews, keeping up with them at the scene as we continue to follow this flooding in Lycoming County. But like the fire chief says, you have to make sure to follow if you see any road closure signs, because even when water recedes, there is debris left over, such as branches or rocks. Back to you in studio.
All right, Sydney Costas there in Lycoming County. Many other people in the county taking action quick to get to safety. Residents were forced to leave their homes in the early morning hours. After midnight, a mandatory evacuation in the Glen Mawr Hughesville area was issued. Rescue crews were in the area where homes were flooded by water from Muncie Creek as well.
When we had gotten back here to the house, we have water in our basement that's waist high, so we're pumping and doing the best that we can. But as far as I know, the roads are still closed and we're just stuck waiting to see what happens from here.